So a pastor in Alabama on Friday was arrested after an extensive investigation that revealed something horrific. Mind you, I said a pastor. Revealed that he raped and sexually abused multiple victims at his church across several states. Isn't that crazy? According to his press release from the Mobile Police Department, Pastor Gregory Renee Adams, I'm surprised he's not calling himself bishop. You know, they all call themselves bishops nowadays. He's 63 years old. He's the main suspect in a multi-jurisdictional sexual assault investigation after several alleged victims came forward claiming that he used his position in the church to rape them. This ain't new. This is going on all the time, has been going on forever. But for some odd reason, people turn the blind eye. Church folk, church mothers, deacons, ministers, choir members turn a blind eye to the happenings in the church. And ain't just, not just black church either, white church, all of them. Now, the preliminary investigation suggests Adams contacted some of his victims through churches in Citronelle, Alabama, and Waynesboro, Mississippi. They seem to believe that there's more possible victims, and I'm not surprised by that. Now, Adams was located and taken into custody on Friday, and he's now facing multiple felony charges, including 3 counts of first-degree rape, 2 counts of second-degree rape, 3 counts of first-degree sodomy. You know what sodomy is? Do you know what sodomy is? It seems these pastors have an affinity with the booty for some odd reason. I continue. And 2 counts of sexual abuse. It's always with somebody being brave enough to take the first step. And again, we are thankful for our victims who did come forward so we can hold him accountable so that more people will not be victimized. This is what's said by the safety director for the city of Mobile. Adams, this disgusting, pedophilic monster sitting in a pulpit for years, was the pastor at Life Song Ministries in Citronelle. And he wasn't some rinky-dink ministry. He's known. Pastor Tony Smith he invited Tony Smith to his church to preach, and he was even at Tony Smith's wedding, according to Tony. I watched the video of him this morning. So at least 4 victims have come forward alleging that Adams sexually assaulted them in Mobile. More than one of them alleged claimed that the abuse began, and this is the kicker. The abuse began when they were minors, and that's how it. I am so sick and so disgusted with pastors, ministers, quote unquote men of God, and women of God abusing their power, but typically men of God abusing their power and molesting, ruining the lives of kids in churches. And can we be honest? Can we be truthful for a second? We joke about the choir directors being flamboyant, when in many cases those choir directors are boys that have been abused by someone in the church or from someone at home. In many cases, and I'm not saying that as just a speculation. I'm saying that from knowledge of knowing people that have stated this about their lives. A lot of people are in church because of confusion, because they were sexually abused. Wait on God to heal them. Wave a magic wand and fix them and make them not feel what they feel. And this quote unquote pastor is just contributing to that, just as other quote unquote pastors. So many to name. Bishop Terry Hornbuckle from Arlington, Texas, who has been in prison forever. I think he got out last year, or he's getting out this year. Who would take girls, who would meet up with girls and say that he wanted to give them a blessing for their birthday, and then would slip them a Mickey and rape them. One being a bull dagger, He broke her virginity. It's sick. And so many others. It's too many to even name. Allegedly, Ricky Rush in Dallas, another one that's been accused lately of the same thing. But let's go back to this one. Someone said, our victims began their traumatic experience with him beginning at the age of 12, and it continued until about 30 to 31 years of age. And many people will say, why not say something sooner? Why would they wait? Why would they wait so long? Because these people in power, it is not an easy thing for people to expose or come out about sexual abuse, particularly when it's someone in the family or someone in the church. And why is that? Because most of the time, nobody gonna believe them. And it sickens me that we have these quote unquote mothers in the church and even our own relatives, grandmas, cousins, aunts, uncles, that you can tell. I know of so many situations where you tell them about it, they've been told, and they're supposed to be so holy, so connected to God, prophetic even, but they will not believe you. Why? Because they don't want to mess up their position in the church. Or they don't want you to create any kind of ruckus in their life. There's women that have been told that their husbands were sexual abusers, but because they relied on their income, they didn't want to shake up the household and didn't want to believe it. They wanted to just shut up about it. Situations happen every day, and it's even more prevalent in the church. Pastors, knowing that people are not going to be bold enough to rat them out because of the power, abuse of power, arrogance, narcissism even. Freaks, undercover homosexuals, all on the pulpit. And let's not confuse it though. Being nasty, as many of these preachers are, Eddie Long, being nasty does not take away the gift. Brian Carn does not take away the calling. Does not keep you from being able to render a word and allow people to have people slain in the spirit and get quote unquote saved and have a great experience. It doesn't do that. Anyway, we will continue to follow this story. So far, the reporters say that this pastor was handcuffed. While he was handcuffed, a reporter, Rachel Wilkerson, asked him if he would like to apologize to the alleged victims. He nodded his head. And then she said, "You nodded your head that you were sorry to the victims. Would you like to say sorry to them physically?" And he said, "I'm sorry." That's confession in my book. Which I didn't need a confession. Because this is the norm in church. It's the norm. What are your thoughts? Just call me Faith. And this is Faith and Foolishness. Take a minute to subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And until next time.